I caught feelings for a guy and then found out he had a girlfriend the entire time, and now I don't know what to do. I have had this sitting on my mind and I think I just need to put it somewhere because I already know this is bad. I know it. I know how this sounds. I know the obvious answer is probably to cut him off, but I think I need outside perspective because my thoughts are all over the place and I genuinely do not know what to do. So I started playing this strategy war game a while ago. Then I started playing more with this one GUI.at. First it was just natural because our hours matched, so when he was on, I was on, and we kept ending up playing together. Then it turned into talking in private. Then calls. Then FaceTime. Then it just became an everyday thing. We got close without me even really realizing how deep in it I was getting until I was already there. And I really liked him. He was already looking at tickets to come see me in Spain. So in my head this was progressing. The only thing I saw as a red flag was that he did not have Instagram. That was the one thing that made me pause a bit. Because I just thought, okay, that is a bit weird. But then at the same time, my ex from a year ago did not have Instagram either, so I told myself not everyone has it, and I brushed it off. So I ignored that red flag. Then he sort of fucked up and sent me a link to an Instagram video. And when I opened it, it said he had sent me the link. So the man who supposedly did not have Instagram very much did have Instagram. And the profile picture was him with a girl. And my stomach just dropped. I was like, what is this? He started trying to call me immediately, over, and I would not answer because at that point I was like, no, absolutely not, you are not about to sweet talk your way out of this. So I just kept asking who she was. And he said that he didn't know how to tell me and to please answer because he didn't want to do it over text. And I was just sitting there like, tell me what? That you had a girlfriend this entire time? And yes. That is exactly what it was. He had a girlfriend the whole time. And I cannot even explain how bad that felt because yes, technically this all started online, but it did not feel small to me. It felt real. I felt betrayed. I felt stupid. I felt hurt. And I started crying too, which I hate admitting, but I did, because I genuinely liked him. So it was not just anger. It was disappointment too. Then it somehow got even worse. Because instead of backing off and being normal and ashamed, he basically said that yes, he had a girlfriend, but he still wanted to come see me anyway. He said he was confused, that he had been thinking about breaking up with her already, and that he just needed to see me in person to make that step. And I was like, this is insane. Actually insane. What am I supposed to do with that? Be the final push for your breakup? Be the girl you meet in person so you can decide whether to leave your girlfriend? No. Absolutely not. I told him not to break up with anyone for me, that I wanted no part in that, and that this whole situation was completely wrong. Because all I could think about was this poor girl. This poor girl who probably thinks everything is fine in her relationship while her boyfriend is over here emotionally cheating, talking to me every day, and looking at flights to come see me. I do not want to be that person. I do not want to cause that kind of damage. Yes, obviously he is the one doing it, but once I know, I know. I cannot pretend I do not. Then he started spiraling and saying he was going to quit the game and give me his account because he only kept playing because of me and I made the game fun for him, and now that he cannot have me, he does not want to play anymore. Then I told him if he really wanted to leave, to give the account to his friend because I did not want it. And then his friend got involved. His friend started messaging me and basically said, yes, he knew he had a girlfriend, but he also knew how much this guy cared about me. He said he knew about the plan and genuinely thought that once he came to see me, he would break up with his girlfriend and we would end up together. Like, hello? What kind of twisted nonsense is that? And I told him no. I said I do not want to be in that situation. I do not want any part of it. I do not want to be involved in hurting someone who has done absolutely nothing to me. And the friend kept saying it would not be my fault, that it was all him. But that is the part one am struggling with, because yes, it is all him, but I also know that if I keep this going after finding out, then I am no longer innocent in this either. That is what is messing with my head. Because despite all of this, despite knowing how bad it is, despite being angry and hurt and grossed out by the whole thing, I still have feelings for him. And that is the part that is making me feel so stupid. We tried to just be friends after that. That was the plan. We started talking and playing normally again, and I thought maybe okay, maybe I can just keep it there. Maybe I can just be normal about this. But obviously it is not that simple. You cannot just casually go backwards and pretend it is all friendly and clean. It is not, and now he is still saying he wants to come to Spain. He says as friends. As friends. Sure. And he also found out my birthday is soon, so he keeps trying to send me money or buy me gifts and I keep saying no. But at the same time, I can feel myself catching feelings all over again. That is what is scaring me. Because I know myself. And I know that if this man actually came to see me, if all of this became real in person, I would probably do things I would regret. And I hate even saying that, but it is true. He is incredibly attractive. Like ridiculously attractive. Not just in pictures, but on FaceTime too. He is very real to me, and I know I am not as detached from this as I should be. I told him the only way I would see him in Spain would be if he came single. But then again he could just say that he is single and not be.